Since 2010, I have been posting videos on my YouTube channels, collecting hundreds of thousands and millions of views. On top of that, I have been editing videos for other YouTubers. In total, the videos that I edited have collected more than 50 million views. After all these years, I understood the main principles of a good YouTube video. These principles will help your videos gain more than 50% of audience retention. And what's even more important, get the views that you deserve. My name is Arthur Weiner, this is the Movavi vlog, and let's go. So let's start with the video genre, which in my opinion is the most difficult in terms of editing. At least. I'm talking about vlogs and challenges. Why is it so difficult? Because in this genre, there is no clear screenplay, word for word. There is a sequence of actions, a structure, but everything else is improvised. You never know what will happen next. For this reason, you as an editor get a mountain of footage where you get lots of bad takes, extra takes, and you need to cut it all out and create a story. In filmmaking, creating a story in post is the worst idea and speaks of poor directing. But in vlogs and challenges, you have no other options. This is a live show in some way. But this is the whole thrill of this genre. We get the most vivid emotions and exciting video. That is, the editor here has a really important task. And you're probably sitting right now thinking, what does this have to do with my channel? Understand that the main principle does not go away, no matter how simple your video may be. And believe me, if you understand how the most complex format works, any other one will become so easy for you. Talking about indicators, audience retention is an extremely important indicator. If you have a low audience retention, YouTube will understand that your videos are not interesting to watch and they should not be promoted. Of course, this is not the only indicator that YouTube looks at, but one of the most important. And it's exciting how this topic progressed. Before YouTube was even a thing, there were studies in film schools about making your films more engaging for the audience to watch. Today, it's the same thing, but the difference is we can clearly see in the YouTube studio how our growth and our income depend on it. I love this quote from Steven Spielberg. People have forgotten how to tell a story. Stories don't have a middle or an end anymore. They usually have a beginning that never stops beginning. Steven Spielberg is obviously talking about movies, but this is so true on YouTube as well. On YouTube, in most cases, we make talking head videos or videos that are primarily based on a person that is talking on camera or behind the camera. And when Steven Spielberg says beginning that never stops beginning, in other words, he says, catch your viewers' attention right at the beginning and support this attention till the end of the video. So the first tip, create a good hook or a trailer, as some call it. A hook is where you address the viewer some information what your video is going to be about and why it is worth keep watching it till the end. The very beginning of your video is the place where you tell the viewer what today's video will be about and why they should watch it. In fact, the whole perspective of your video depends on it. In addition, there is a moment of connection between the thumbnail and the content itself. In this case, the viewer will fast forward or leave the video, which will, of course, affect the audience retention. If the beginning of your video doesn't relate to your thumbnail and title, your viewer will start scrolling, and that's bad for your video. Therefore, you as an editor should also take this into account. Talking about thumbnails, creating eye-catching thumbnails and cool videos is easier and faster than you might think, because this is where Video Suite and Picverse photo editor may come in handy. The good news is both apps are available on the Movavi Secret Sale. Movavi Video Suite is an accessible and intuitive platform that combines video editing, screen recording, and file converting tools in one place. It doesn't require the latest top-of-the-line computer to run smoothly, and its convenient preset system will help you save your time on preparing raw footage and editing videos. Picverse Photo Editor will give you not just basic features such as pasting overlay images, adding text, or changing background, but also AI tools for retouching your photos in seconds. Once installed, Picverse will be built right into the Video Suite main menu, making the creation process even more convenient. The lifetime version of the Video Suite plus Picverse Photo Editor software bundle is available at 60% off on the exclusive Movavi sale. Hit the link below to use this or any other special offer from our secret page. Making hooks in films is a more complicated process, but in most videos on YouTube, it's pretty straightforward. You can do something very quick like today we're talking about this and that, or you can describe a problem of the topic that you've mentioned in your title and make it detailed. But make it relatively quick, don't stretch your time on it. If there is a narrative-driven story behind your topic, try to build suspense around it, designate a goal. For example, if you're about to climb up this mountain in your video, say it at the beginning of the video. Describe your obstacles and challenges you're gonna be facing. The intro part is where all of us get this significant pullback, and your goal is to shorten this pullback and keep the line as flat as possible and as high as possible. So let your viewers know that they're in the right video and describe why they should watch your video till the end. In case you didn't know what B-roll is, it's basically any photo or any video you add on top of your talking head shots. But don't add B-roll just for the sake of adding B-roll. It will make your video more visually interesting, but it's useless because the viewer will get bored anyway. For example, I'm talking about birds and now on the screen you see birds. I describe the emotions of a person and now you see this person understanding the context and the atmosphere. Pretty straightforward. So if you can add some video or some photo to better explain the thing you're talking about, do it. Not only will it provide more information, but it will also make your video more visually interesting. Next up is spacing in your videos. This is a very, very deep topic in filmmaking, but I will squeeze this topic down for you so you can get the idea. Always think about providing your viewers with new information. Make it straight to the point. Cut away everything that doesn't relate to your topic. Don't make your videos longer just for the sake of making them longer. In some niches, viewers hate jokes or funny moments, memes, but on other channels they love it. You can easily track it by going to your video analytics and key moments for audience retention. When you see a significant pullback, that means your viewers are either scrolling or leaving the video. All this eventually will shape the pacing of your video. You need to find the pace that will be comfortable for your audience. And you have to follow the emotion of the video. If the viewer came in with one emotion and in the end he left with the same emotion, then you have a problem. This is a bad video. The viewer must learn something new, experience new emotions, anything. But he should not leave indifferent and he should not leave in the same state in which he came. It can be something simple, a few bright moments where the viewer laughed out loud. This may already be enough. You also should avoid long intros. Make your intro title not more than 3 to 5 seconds. If you can do it without an intro, just don't add it. If you want to increase your audience retention, you should keep very close attention to how you cut your videos. In talking head videos, I suggest using jump cuts. It's funny because in the film industry, they use jump cuts from time to time as a stylistic choice, but YouTubers just broke this rule. Why follow this rule if you can roughly cut out all the pauses and thereby increase the audience retention? But it's worth saying that this does not work in all niches. For example, it would be incorrect if the pauses between the words of the guests were cut out in the interview, as if they were trying to hide something. But if it's a video where you don't need to record everything in one take, then you can easily cut it out using jump cuts. And try to mix jump cuts with zoom in or zoom out, but don't overuse it. They may become annoying, increasing the chances of the viewer leaving your video. Also mix it up with the Ken Burns effect. It's very easy to do in Movavi Video Editor. Go to All Tools section, Animation, and click Advanced. Add the keyframes, place one in the beginning, second in the end, double click on it, and just change the scale and position of your shot. So one time you can use the jump cut, then zoom in or zoom out, and then the Ken Burns effect. And over time you will begin to develop your own editing style, your creator's voice. There is no exact instruction on how to achieve this, but I can say this: look for ways to avoid cliches. Someone did it, you do it differently, no matter how. But otherwise, this is the only way you can find your voice. In visual storytelling, you should change angles to provide viewers with more information related to the story. The same can be said about talking head videos, but it's much easier. You just need to make the video less boring and reveal the necessary information with B-roll. And one of the ways to make it more interesting is to change angles. You know, when you watch a documentary and the host walks in one location, then in another, it's visually more interesting. So you can make two angles in your apartment and switch them occasionally. In this video I have one location because there's enough B-roll in this video and it makes no sense for me to just jump from one place to another. But there are exceptions, for example podcasts or interviews. In this genre, viewers listen more than they watch, so it doesn't make sense to just jump from one place to another. Avoid endings. A lot of YouTubers say something like, and that was it for today's video, and then goes the video summary, blah blah blah, or the last tip is, when you say it, viewers understand it's the end and they click away. But you want to keep your viewer and turn him into a subscriber. Suggest them to watch your other episode related to what they've just watched. For example, check out one of these videos. Also, smash the like button, subscribe if you haven't already, and see you in the next one.